So we'll start today by finding a comfortable seat on the mat. You can be sure to pull the flesh away from your sit bones so that you're starting with a stable foundation. Draw the navel in towards your spine, engaging the abdominal muscles, and then allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Imagine making that spine as tall as you can. The chin is parallel to the ground or just slightly tilted forward so that the back of the neck is nice and long. Bring the shoulder blades together and down the back, squeezing them together, and then place the hands on the thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. Start to become aware of your breath, and if you're able, allow that breath to flow in through your nose and out through your nose. Just allow your awareness to move inward. Tune out any distractions coming from the area in which you're practicing. Just allow yourself to be here in this moment. The present moment. Start to bring that breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. So if you inhale for a count of 4, you would exhale for a count of 4. If your inhale was for a different number, the exhale would be for that same number. So your rate of breathing can be different from everyone else who's here. And that's perfectly fine because this is really your practice. I'm here to guide you, to keep you safe. But everyone's practice will be unique to themselves. Sometimes I don't know if anybody here snorkels or scuba dives, but I often think of the yoga practice, I like to compare it to that. You know, when we go snorkeling or scuba diving, we go down with a guide. And that guide is there to point out the cool things and also to keep you safe. But every person there is going to experience something completely different. You know, one person might see a turtle and another person might see some corals. Not everyone will see exactly the same thing. Everyone's experience will be unique. And that's how I feel about yoga as well. Your teacher is there to guide you through the practice, to keep you safe, and your experience may be very different from the next person. Bring your hands together at the heart in Anjali mudra. Your thumbs can just gently press against your chest, elbows relax. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the 3rd exhale, share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the 3rd time together, inhale. Om. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. So today we're going to start laying on our back. So go ahead and lay down comfortably on your back. I'm just going to adjust a setting on my computer while you get there. There we go. On my computer while you get there. All right. Hi, Lisa. All right, so lay down on your back. You're going to place your right hand on your chest. And as you inhale, feel the chest rise. And as you exhale, feel that chest fall. So by placing our hand there, we're giving ourselves a little feedback to tune in even deeper with the breath. Keeping the right hand where it is, place the left hand on the belly. As you inhale, feel your belly rise, followed by the chest. As you exhale, feel the chest fall, followed by the belly. You're moving with your breath at your own pace. And you're trying to make that transition between the hands as smooth as possible. Bring your arms by your sides, and as you inhale, they come up overhead until the thumbs touch the space behind you. As you exhale, arms come back down by your sides. If you have any shoulder issues that prevent you from bringing your arms all the way up, no problem. Just bring them up as high as you can without feeling pain. The next time the arms are by your sides, pause there. So bring your arms out like a T, or you can place your fingertips under your head with your elbows out to the sides, whichever is more comfortable. Flex your feet so you're reaching through the heels, yet the heels remain on the ground. As you inhale, the right leg lifts, sole of the foot looks towards the sky. And then as you exhale, lower that leg until it's about 2 inches away from the ground. So we're going to do a total of 5 of these leg lifts on each leg to start. You can move at your own pace. To protect the low back, press it into the floor. When you finish with the right, lower that leg to the ground. And then you'll do 5 on the left leg. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lower the leg until it's about 2 inches away from the ground. When you finish, pause there. So we're going to go back to the right leg, but we're going to create an external rotation. So stay on your back. I'm going to stand up just so I can show you what that looks like. So external, you're going to turn your leg, the femur bone in the hip socket, to the right so that those toes point out to the right. So that's our external rotation. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the 5 leg lifts on each side. So starting with that right leg, reaching through the heel, external rotation. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lower the leg until it's about 2 inches away from the ground. Moving with your breath at your own pace, not rushing. When you finish, lower that right leg to the ground and bring it back to neutral, so toes point to the sky. When you're ready, move to the left leg. Create that external rotation by turning the leg out to the left, femur in the hip socket. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg lowers until it's about 2 inches from the ground. 4 more on your own here. This time when you finish, you can hug your knees into your chest. Once you hug your knees in, and if you haven't yet, take your time. You can begin to rock side to side, just giving yourself a nice little back massage here. And then become still, and we'll start to rock head to tail. We're going to come up to sit in Sukhasana, or you can just use your arms to bring yourself back up. So we'll meet in Sukhasana easy pose. Be sure to pull the flesh away from the sit bones. Take that left hand behind the left hip, right hand to the top of the left knee. Press down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to twist to the left. The twist starts in that belly and then moves up. The last thing to turn is your head. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly come to center, starting with the head and then working your way back down to the belly. Right hand goes behind the right hip, left hand to the top of the right knee. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, twist to your right. You may find that one side is very different than the other, and all you need to do is just be aware of it. Right now, you don't need to analyze it or try to figure out why. Just acknowledge it. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, come back to center. Let's come to all fours, hands and knees. Knees are just a little bit behind the hips, hands just a little bit forward of your shoulders. The tops of your feet are flat on the mat, and you're pressing down through the tops of the toes, all of them. And you're pressing down through the fingers and the perimeter of your palms. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift back to extended child's pose. Inhale up. All fours. Exhale back. Inhale up, moving at your own pace. The next time you come to all fours, pause there. As you inhale, the right arm sweeps out parallel to the mat and the left leg. So you're reaching the left heel to the space behind you. The toes point directly to the floor. Thumb points to the sky. Fingertips reach to the space in front of you. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, take your left knee to the right elbow beneath the belly. Inhale, extend. 2 more. Exhale, draw together. Inhale, extend. When you finish, lower the right hand, lower the left knee. And then extend your left arm out parallel to the mat and the right leg. Breathe here. And as you exhale, right knee to left elbow beneath your belly. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw together. Inhale, extend. Once more. And then lower that left hand, lower the right knee. Curl the toes under. Begin to shift the sit bones to the space behind you. Lift the knees just a bit and then press back, coming to downward facing dog. Perfectly fine to have a bend in the knee in this pose. Relax the heels towards the mat, even if they don't touch the floor. Just relax them down. Begin to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. And then as you inhale, bring yourself up all fours. So again, we're going to curl the toes under. Shift the hips towards the back of the room. Knees lift just a bit as you press back, downward facing dog. From here, sweep that right leg out behind you. Focus on the breath. Lower the right foot. On the next inhale, left leg sweeps out. Lower the left foot. Once again, start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose and rest here. On your next inhale, come back up to all fours, and then we'll shift back to downward facing dog once again. From here, and be careful with this one if you have knee issues, start to bend your knees, and you're lowering them until they're about 2 inches away from the mat. And then shift back, down dog. Start to walk the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. Place your hands on your hips. Press down through the feet to come up. So we find ourselves in Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees as if you're sitting just on the edge of a chair. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, slide your hips back into your chair. Focus on your breath here. If you need to, you can bring your hands down to your hips. It's a little more gentle that way. Press down through the feet to bring yourself up. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through the feet to come up. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from your hips. And from here, we're going to step back to downward facing dog. Sweep that right leg out behind you. This time you're going to float forward as you step that right foot forward between your hands. We're going to keep the heel up on that left foot. A modification will be to lower the left knee. As you inhale, arms sweep up. So we come to a high lunge unless you have the knee on the ground. Make sure your right knee doesn't go out past your ankle here. And we're lifting the back of the left thigh towards the sky. Lower the hands to the mat. Step back, down dog. Sweep that left leg out behind you. Float the body forward as you step the left foot forward. If you'd like, you can lower your right knee. And as you inhale, arms sweep up. Focus on your breath. And then lower the hands. Step back, down dog. Step your feet forward, once again coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet, let the arms lift, bringing yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands come together at your heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees slightly. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slide those hips back. Utkatasana, chair pose. Press down through the feet to bring yourself up. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, bring yourself up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. This time we're going to step back with the right foot. Not all the way back, maybe halfway. Toes point straight ahead. Inhale, arms sweep up. Really engage the core here. Reach as tall as you can, and as you exhale, keep the length as you hinge forward. We're lowering those fingertips to the ground, and then you're going to use your strength to come right back up. 2 more on your own. So exhale, hinge. Inhale, use the strength to bring yourself up. 1 more time. Exhale, hinge. Inhale all the way up. Hands come together at your heart. Step forward with that right foot. Now we'll step back with the left foot. Toes point straight ahead. Inhale, arms sweep up. As long as you can, exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Then use your strength, bring yourself all the way up, and you'll do that twice more. When you finish, bring the hands together at your heart. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees, sitting on the edge of that chair. And then on your next breath, you'll slide those hips back. Press down through the feet to bring yourself up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Press down through those feet. Arms start to lift. Once they're in line with the ears, use the core. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a nice wide stance on the mat. So the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. Then you're going to come up on your heels and turn the toes out. So we're externally rotating the legs here so that our toes point to those top corners of your mat. Hands come to your hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to bend your knees. The knees should be tracking over those second and third toes. I'm so lucky I have this wall here. Focus on your breath. If you'd like to add your arms, extend them out and then bend your elbows, bend the wrists. So it looks like you're holding two trays. Shoulder blades are squeezing together and down your back here. Press down through the feet to bring yourself up. Lower your arms. Feet come to parallel. Inhale, arms sweep up, and as you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Relax the head and neck here. While we're here, you're going to bend that right knee and begin to shift that body over to the right, stretching the inner thigh of the left leg. Come back to center, and then you'll bend that left knee, shifting the body over to the left, stretching the inner thigh of your right leg. Come back to center. Hands come to the hips. Press through the feet to come up. Turn those toes out again. Hands are on your hips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend those knees. And then we'll take our arms again, holding our two trays, shoulder blades squeezing together, moving down the back, like into your back pockets. Press down through the feet to come up. Lower the arms. Feet come to parallel. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold. Relax the head and neck here. Place your hands on your hips. Press through the feet to come up. So we'll bring our legs back to just hip width apart, femur width apart. Is that right? Yeah. And we'll bring the hands to the heart in Anjali mudra. We're going to move into tree pose. Use these nice strong legs to help us with our balance. So begin to shift your weight to your left foot. Let all of the weight sink into that foot as if you're growing roots into the earth. Keep the knee soft though, you don't want to lock your knee. The right leg becomes light. You can press that foot against the ankle, the calf, or the upper inner thigh. Just skip the knee. You don't want to press against your knee. So here, you're pushing your foot into the leg into the foot, finding your drishti, your gazing point. Focus on your breath, and if you feel stable, arms reach up, and your tree branches can grow. Here too, you want to squeeze the shoulder blades together and down your back. Bring your hands back together, down in front of your heart. Lower that right foot, shake your legs out, and then we'll move to the other side. So shift your weight now to that right foot. Feel the earth beneath you. Grow those roots, feel connected and stable. The left foot becomes light. You can press it against the ankle, calf, or upper inner thigh. Find your drishti. Focus on your breath. If you feel stable, arms reach up, tree branches grow. Bring the hands back together, down in front of your heart. Lower that left leg. Shake them out. Come to stand at the top of the mat. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward, and then step back to downward facing dog. From here, we'll float forward to plank, and you can by all means lower the knees here if you'd like. And then you're going to start to bend the elbows towards the space behind you, lowering all the way down to the ground. Bring your arms by your sides. As you inhale, the legs lift. Exhale here. Inhale, legs come out like a V. Exhale, legs together. Inhale once more. Exhale, lower. So I'll talk you through that. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, legs lift. Pause, exhale. Inhale, legs like a V. Exhale, legs together. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale like a V. Exhale together. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale like a V. Exhale together. Inhale once more. Exhale, lower. I think we have 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale out like a V. Exhale together. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Take your hands by your sides. Shift back to child's pose. Roll over onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Once you get there, you can rock gently from side to side. And then you're going to keep the knees hugged in, but bring those arms out like a T. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, tip the legs over to your left. So the left leg comes down to the ground and the right leg rests on top of it. Now you're going to straighten the legs. So straighten that left leg. So your body ends up being in an L shape. And then stack your right leg on top of the left, but notice that that right foot doesn't quite reach the left. So you're going to reach the right foot, stacking the feet on top of each other, stacking the hips. Now my right shoulder comes way up off of the ground here. So to protect your shoulder, if that happens to you, just bend the elbow and place the hand on the rib cage. So we're trying to work that right shoulder back down to the ground, but it's not going to happen for everybody. Start to bend your knees, come back onto your back. I'm just going to turn around real quick because I don't have enough room on the other side. Again, those arms come out like a T, palms face the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tip the legs over to the right. So you're twisting to the right this time. Extend out through that right leg, straightening it, and then you're going to stack the left leg on top. So you have to reach the left foot to stack it right on top of the right. Now my left shoulder has popped up. Some people will be able to keep the shoulder on the ground, but if your shoulder pops up like mine, bend your elbow and place your hand on the rib cage. Remember that balanced breath. Start to bend the knees, come back onto your back, hugging those knees into the chest. Press the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Your arms can be out like a T. So you're going to bring the knees in towards the chest. Soles of the feet come together, knees open up out to the sides. Then extend through the legs, straightening them. Now I don't have enough room, unfortunately. Flex your feet, heels come together. Bring the feet to neutral. Draw the knees in. Knees open up, feet come together. Straighten your legs, flex your feet, draw them together. Feet come to neutral, knees to the chest, knees open up, extend the legs. I get this weird twang in my left hamstring every time. Draw the heels together. Feet come to neutral. One more time. Hug those knees in. Knees come out like a V. Straighten your legs. Twang. Draw the heels together. If anybody knows what that twang is, let me know because, I've been dealing with it for years. Feet come to neutral, and now we're going to hug the knees into the chest. So my twang, if anybody knows what it is, it's on my left leg, but it's like right here. Now, if you have a strap, you'll grab that. If you don't, it's fine. You don't necessarily need it. We're going to practice Supta Padangusthasana 1, 2, and 3. When we use a strap, it makes things sometimes more accessible and sometimes more gentle as well, but you don't need it. So we'll start laying on our backs, legs extended out nice and long. Bend your right knee and place the strap around the ball of that foot, and then extend the legs nice and long. So we're reaching through the heels, but our heels are staying on the ground. Reins of the strap are one in each hand. As you inhale, the right leg lifts, and then you can just gently draw that right leg in a little closer to your chest, feeling the stretch in that hamstring. This is Supta Padangusthasana 1. Lower that right leg to the ground and then place both reins of your strap in your right hand. As you inhale, the right leg lifts. On the exhale, the right leg opens up out to the right. So if you're super flexible, you may be able to just rest your leg on the ground, but we're working on strength, so you want to keep it as parallel to the ground as you can. You can stay just like this, or to challenge your strength even more, see if you can just open your hand and let the strap rest. Focus on the breath here. Good. Start to draw the right leg back up. Exhale, lower. Now, both reins of the strap go in the left hand. Right arm comes out like a T. Right leg lifts, and then as you exhale, that right leg crosses over your body as you roll onto the left hip. Again, I have to turn around because I don't have enough space, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So the right leg crosses over the body as you roll onto the left hip. And again, some people can rest that leg on the ground, but we're working on strength. So we want to try to keep it as parallel to the ground as we can. Start to draw the right leg back up. Exhale, lower. Now we'll switch sides. So place the strap around the ball of your left foot. Extend the legs out nice and long. Reach through the heels. On the inhale, the left leg lifts. Draw that leg a little closer in towards your face. Nothing drastic though, just a subtle drawing in to help stretch that hamstring. Lower the left leg. Place both reins of the strap in the left hand. Right arm comes out like a T, palm faces the sky. As you inhale, the left leg lifts, and as you exhale, the left leg opens up out to the left. So you're reaching through both heels here. If you'd like, you can try opening the hand and really using the strength of the leg muscles. This is Supta Padangusthasana 2. Draw that left leg back up. Exhale, lower. I'm going to turn around one more time just so I have the space. Sorry about that. So you're laying on your back, both reins at the strap in the right hand, left arm out like a T. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg crosses over the body as you roll onto that right hip. So you roll onto the right hip, yet the shoulders stay rooted to the earth here. Start to draw that left leg back up. Lower it to the ground. You can remove the strap now and hug the knees into your chest. Place the soles of the feet on the mat. Bring your arms by your sides, palms face the floor. Pelvic floor draws up, navel draws in. Engage your glutes and lift those hips. Focus on the breath here. Slowly lower those hips down to the mat and then hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. Take your feet as wide as your mat. You can just rest your hands on your belly and just let the legs sway from side to side. We're going to begin to transition into Shavasana. If there's anything that you need to be comfortable, please take a moment and get what you might need. You know, it's tough as a teacher, well, for me, I always teach Shavasana this way. I give my students time to get what they need. But there's nothing I love more than flowing just right into Shavasana without this kind of break. But I don't want you to have to be without your sweater. So go ahead, once you have what you need, lay down comfortably on your back, legs extended out, nice and long. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just let it all go. Relax the jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth and let your eyes just rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the space around you, becoming aware of your body. Start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and the toes. You can rotate through the wrists and the ankles and turn that head gently from side to side. Stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up, and then roll to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed if you'd like. You can use the arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. And once you get there, bring your hands together. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me today, working on leg strength. And, our legs carry us through our days, and they really do contain the biggest muscles in the body. So we work with them and we honor them, and we are so grateful for them. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste.